So Cassandra Hill is a holistic wellness coach, an author, and a speaker. After overcoming systemic lupus with a regimen she developed, Cassandra birthed Holistic Living Consulting, and her mission is to empower women by renewing their mind, body, and soul, utilizing an all-natural approach. Well, but what are some of the things that you see people could be doing to improve their immune systems?
Sure. One thing you mentioned, vitamins, really important. However, all vitamins aren't created equal. So you really want to pay attention to your label. You want to make sure your vitamin is NSF certified. NSF certified. And basically, that's a way of ensuring that that vitamin actually has the nutrients that it claims to have. With that certification, it's more of a standard that you're getting what your body actually needs. But you want to make sure you're getting that vitamin B, C. We often don't think about it, but vitamin K, just those real essential vitamins. Your body always needs it, but definitely right now it's craving. Yeah. With our health, it's a balance. Just finding that balance. And what really helps is setting those SMART goals. I know a lot of us are familiar with that, but SMART goals, it's going to help you figure out what's important. Because once those goals are written down, it helps you become so much clearer about what's important, and you won't major in the minor things. But that balance is so important as an entrepreneur, where you're focused on you first. And yes, I said you first, because in order to give great customer service in your business, to take care of your family, you have to pour from an overflowing cup. So giving that self-care to you first and then extending it to others. How I do it, I cater to women because I was there. As you mentioned in the bio, systemic lupus, my body turned on me because I neglected myself for so many years, putting career and everyone else before me. So I cater to women, and what I do, working with a woman, we develop a game plan. Just like they're preparing for the Super Bowl right now and they have a game plan, we develop a game plan that's realistic for your life. And we focus on ways you can take care of you. We find out the things that you enjoy. If it's reading, like me, I love to read. So setting aside 20, 30 minutes a day to read, fueling your body with that proper nutrition. We just develop a inclusive game plan that focuses not just on your physical health, but also your emotional and spiritual health. Because honestly, once this realizes how valuable you are, the worth you bring to this world, guess what? The fitness, the nutrition will follow. Because once you know that you're priceless and that you have a gift that no one else, it might be like me, you might be in a field that's really saturated, but guess what? No one can do it the way you do it. Right. And you're called to a certain tribe. So I help you get really focused on how you could present your best self to the world so you can have that long-term success in your personal as well as your professional life. Getting yourself a proactive game plan right now, investing in you is one decision you'll never regret.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being on and jump-starting us today.
Hi, Damon Davis here. I want to welcome you to an exciting edition of the studio. Today is a very special topic. Today we have a very special guest, Cassandra Hill. She is a survivor of a disease that some of you know by name, lupus. She learned how to walk out the steps to live a vibrant, fulfilling life, how to take control, it's a good word for us today, of her well-being, and how to implement healthy practices steps, protocols that improved her physical, mental health. So now Cassandra Hill is helping those not just here in Atlanta, but across the globe do the very same thing. And I'm proud to have her on the show. Cassandra, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Damon.
It's an awesome pleasure to have you.
I have a master's degree in gerontology. I'm also a credentialed professional gerontologist. That means I have my certification on a national level with that. I am also a certified wellness coach, and that is through the Spencer Institute, and they actually are accredited. I have continuing education hours, so I'm always learning. I have to stay current. Well, not have to, I want to stay current.
You want to. So what do? You, because I want people to be able to get in touch with you, call you, connect with you, because admittedly, it's a scary place to be when you feel alone and you don't know what to do. I'm ringing a bell, aren't I?
Yes.
You were there.
I was there. That was me.
Yeah.
Actually, it started in college. I would have periods where I didn't feel good, and the doctors would blame it on, stress. I'm up half the night studying, writing papers, and after I finished college, it got worse. But looking at me, you would have no idea. One day, I just felt so sick. And I'm like, this isn't normal. Something has. And so I cut the day early, went to sleep. I woke up and couldn't move. And I thought, okay, I got to get to a hospital. I told the people at the hospital what was going on, and I asked them, I already been to the doctor, and I'm just waiting on this test result. And the doctor, there's a long process. I know here I could get it same day. They ran that test, and it came back positive. For systemic lupus.
God.
I started traditional treatment, steroids, chemo, and I wasn't happy with that. That's what started the search. And God let me know that your body is attacking itself.
Attacking itself. I want to put a pin there for a moment.
I had some time to think and contemplate why. Because for me, I was only in my early 30s, so fairly young. And I'm like, there has to be a bigger reason. It has to be more than me. And so a good friend of mine that happens to be a nutritionist was like, go back, take some classes, health wellness. And the more I learned, I felt I was obligated. It was my duty. It was my privilege to share with others. I was in so many support groups with people who felt like this was their end all be all. And I'm like, well, no, actually it's not.
Yeah.
A life after chapter.
Explain.
Life after the diagnosis, quality of life. I'm not just surviving it. I'm living a normal, healthy life. I'm doing the things I want to do. And for many people, they feel like this is it. And I'm here to show them that no, it doesn't have to be.
Okay.
And so basically, that's why I started my business. I realized this is way bigger than me.
Yeah.
This is about me educating the world that healthy living will change your life.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Your organization is called Holistic Living Consulting?
Yes.
Did I get that right?
Yes.
Explain to me what your business does.
I specialize in working with people who want to live a healthy lifestyle and unsure as how to do that. I also work with people who struggle with weight, whether they're looking to lose weight or just maintain a healthy weight. And I also work with the mature adult population, people over 50. Mm-hmm. I specialize in aging. That's my expertise. As we age, if you're not moving your body, guess what? The function will go away. And you don't have to be 70 or 80 for that to happen. And now I go into facilities and guess what? There's people, they're my age. Mm-hmm. I'm in my late 30s. Mm. poor lifestyle choices.
So anti-aging, by the way, is obviously working. Late 30s, wow. I thought you were in your 20s. I actually was over here thinking, how can you know all of this stuff being your age? Okay, so it works.
Yes, I'm proof. Well, I help not only educate people on how to take care of themselves and love themselves, I give them the tools to be successful in taking care of their bodies, to where it's a seamless process, to where loving yourself, because when it boils down to it, if you really love yourself, you'll take care of yourself.
Wow.
And so I give them the tools in order for them to love themselves. And those tools, you know, it may be food, it may be vitamins, supplements, and coaching, weekly coaching. First, we're gonna rid your not only physical body, but your emotional body of toxins. We're gonna get rid of all the negative toxins in your life. And once we get rid of that, from there, we're gonna build healthy. Because in order for health to exist, it has to have a firm foundation.
Yes, it does.
And we're gonna figure out, guess what, how you can have foods that you enjoy, that's healthy and convenient. It's possible to have both.
Right.
There's so many more options available
That's right.
to you. And it's a mindset. When we develop the mindset that, yes, I love myself and I want to take care of myself, you will gravitate to healthy, and healthy will gravitate to you.
Oh, that's
like, there's a proverb, as a man thinks, so is he. And that's so true, because we can think ourselves literally into almost any situation.
Wow. Cassandra, thank you.
Hello. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are here with Cassandra Hill. She is a holistic Christian wellness coach. She is out to help others change their lives to get to the healthiest person they can possibly be, to influence others for Christ. So I am so glad and thankful that you joined us today. Thank you, Cassandra.
Thanks so much for the invitation.
Yes, ma'am. So my first question for you is, what were the top 2 changes that you can say that you made that changed your life and your health?
Oh, wow. The first step I took in getting better health was changing my mindset. Our mind is so powerful. It has the ability to get us into situations. If we dwell on something long enough, it will manifest in the natural. So I think the first thing that sparked change in my life really began with a single thought. And the second thing that really helped me was detoxing my body, just getting rid of all those toxins, not just what I was eating and drinking, also with relationships as well, and just honing in on my self-care, physical, emotional, and spiritual.
Wow. So can you tell us a little bit about your battle with systemic lupus and what exactly it is?
Sure. Systemic lupus, there's different types of lupus, and any form of lupus, your body is attacking itself. With systemic, it's widespread. So it can be throughout the body, or it can be just 2 or 3 areas of your body attacking itself. And basically, when that happens, your body doesn't recognize its own healthy tissues, and so it attacks them. One of the first things I did for about a week, maybe a little longer than a week, I didn't eat any meat, just no meat. I was only doing fruits and veggies. Also, another thing I did while doing those fruits and veggies, drinking lots of water, drinking smoothies. It was all natural, no soda, none of that.
Wow.
And so as the toxins was leaving my body, I could feel a difference just with that.
Wow.
And so as I noticed the toxins leaving my body, I started to supplement my body with the nutrition that it needed. So I started taking a multivitamin, started building up my immune system, because for most people with any type of autoimmune condition, whether it's lupus or feeling a reflux, all autoimmune disease a lot of times stems from your gut health. But the first thing is loving yourself. Because think about it, Aisha, when you love yourself, how do you treat something that you love? You treat it with honor, you treat it with respect. So I really work on showing women how to love themselves inside and out. Because when you start loving yourself, then we can work on the other pieces with the nutrition, the things you're eating, with your mindset, what you're feeding yourself mentally on a daily basis, the people you surround yourself with, how they are helping you grow into a better person or maybe not, you know. But it all starts with laying that foundation of how to love yourself. If you're in a relationship where you're not valued, where you're not celebrated, where you're just being tolerated and treated less than, because one thing about it, you were made in the image of God.
Wow.
That makes you priceless. You're priceless. Anyone who does not recognize that, every day, begin your day with those affirmations, telling yourself of your worth. Go to God's word. He will let you know your value. And when you start telling yourself that every day, your behavior is going to change. And one thing I know for certain, once you start valuing yourself and carrying yourself in that manner, one or two things are going to happen. That person is going to remove themselves from the situation, or they'll adapt to the new version of you and treat you accordingly. You know, God has commanded us, go out into all the world and preach the gospel. You know, he said those who are well have no need of a physician, but those who are sick. We're living in a world right now today where there's a lot of people who are sick and they're in need of healing. As Christians, we have the cure. We have the cure that can help them have a better life. The only way that we can do that is if we're taking care of ourselves, our temple. But if you are not in alignment with the Creator who made you and your body, you will not receive real healing.
Wow.
You won't.
Wow. Alignment is so huge. I love that you said that. So what about, something that is practical, maybe a few changes that you would suggest to someone that they could do right now? Like, what are some steps you're like, this is the key right here? What would it be?
Any water that has a pH of 7 or higher is alkaline. Any water, pH 7 or higher. So drinking that alkaline water. Also, multivitamin. Getting a really good multivitamin. You want to make sure that you get a multivitamin that's natural. You don't need the synthetics, all those additives that you don't want that in your multivitamin. You want something natural. Any vitamin where you see on the label NSF. NSF. That NSF certification means that what's in there it's in there. So getting the multivitamin that's all natural with that NSF certification. Another way you can stay healthy, giving your body the fuel it needs to perform at max performance. The easiest way to stay connected to me is going to my website, CassandraRHill.com, CassandraRHill.com. There on my website, you'll find all my social media links for YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and you'll be the first to know about special promotions, new releases, all that good stuff. And then every week you'll get tips to help you live a healthy and happy life. Just going there to my website, CassandraRHill.com. You'll see all our social media links, and then you'll also see the link to our blog posts, and we post weekly various tips to help you live a healthy and happy life.